And then you end off with a fitting finale.
Now, is this the best charming Chinese challenge in the universe? Oh, baby, strap in because today we're about to find out. G'day champion, how are you? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Stumped. My name of course is Bo Creamer. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, a lot of you have had a lot of questions about Threaded by Avi Yap. It came out a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to do a deep dive into everything that you need to know about this incredible piece of magic. Now, before we get into this breakdown, I do want to mention this week's giveaway. You're here because you like coin magic, so we're going to have the coin magic bundle. So if you want to learn how to enter that competition, stick around to later on in the episode where I show you how to enter. Now this episode will include an interview with Avi because I sat down with him and asked those questions that you guys had personally, face to face, but not in person. It was over Zoom. Now let's get into today's episode, but let's kick it off with a full performance of Threaded. Roll that clip.
This portion of the show is brought to you by the inflatable magic wand. Just blow them up and watch the fun.
Let me show you the Uncut performance for Threaded. Let's have a look. Coins can be checked by the spectators. After they're done, I'm going to start threading the ribbon through the coins cleanly so you can see everything fairly. So before we do anything, I want you to make sure you can clearly see coins are on there. Alright. All three of them cleanly on the ring, on the ribbon. Now you can place this in the spectator's hands or you can do it this way. With just a shake, the first one comes right out. Which leaves two, alright? But before we move any further, the spectators can check that coin. Once they're happy and satisfied, you're going to remove that in your pocket or put it by the side, which leaves us with two left. Right? The next one is actually very, very simple. All you need to do is align the ribbons, just like so. Once you're done, all you need to do is just give it a pull. The next one melts right out. At this point, I know what you must be thinking. This doesn't look like it's on there. Maybe it's a special trick. So I'm going to show you it's really on there. You can see. In fact, if you really wanted to, you can take this and give it a tug. You can really, you know what? I'm going to try something special for you then. First, I'm going to bring all the coins back, right? And make sure that it's really, really on there. I'll show you, just like so. All right. And I'm going to try something special just for you. With one hand, I'm going to hold the coin. With the other hand, I'm going to hold the ribbon. And you can see the tension of the coins, right? Just like so. All I need to do is just blow and all the coins come right out of the ribbon.
It just looks so good. Every time I watch this, even though I now know how it's done, it is so beautiful. So let's get into this breakdown on everything that you need to know about Threaded by Avi Yap. So let's kick off this breakdown with an important question that I know a lot of you ask. Is it Avi or Avi? I had the exact same question, so I asked Avi which one is right. And they are both correct. Avi is what his mum calls him and Avi is what his dad calls him. So, which I was actually really glad about because I was calling him Avi for so long. And then when I asked him, I was relieved because I watched the latest tutorial and he calls himself Avi. So, what a relief.
So how this CCC started was during COVID, right? We were all in lockdown.
Yes.
And I just thought, what better way to spend my time what better way to spend my time than to work on things that I've never got the chance to work before. And the CCC honestly has been one of them. Like I do a lot of coin magic and a lot of technical stuff, which I'm sure a lot of you guys would know. But for some reason, I've never touched the CCC. I've touched so many other things like the CSB, GAFFs. I've touched, Matrix, Monarchs, you guys know that, but just not the CCC. So I went out and started, exploring. I first got Troy Hooser's CCC and I loved it. But I was trying to look a little bit. I was trying to find a version with a little bit more flair. So I came across Ponta the Smith's routine in Sick 2, which I love Japanese magic. That's why I'm in Japan. I mean, Ponta is literally one of the main inspirations when I first started coin magic. So I really looked up to him, and I just learned his routine, and I was all excited. I practiced it, and I showed my mom and my girlfriend, and they were like, "But I see you stealing the coin out there." And I'm like, no, wait, just watch the whole thing. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then halfway they're like, wait, but I didn't see 3 coins on there in the first place. And I'm like, wait. So basically they're the worst people to perform to, because they pick everything out I do, because obviously they seem all in magic, and they're not impressed in any way. But it's great because they pick out the things that, helps me improve. So they really pick out like, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? I didn't see this, I didn't see that. And then I realized the 2 main things that they were picking out was, number one, they didn't see the 3 coins clearly on the ribbon in the first place, and number 2, in the course of the routine for either Troy Hooser's or Ponta's, there were some secret sliding moves to remove a coin secretly. So I was like, okay, fine. So those 2 things were the points that I would like to improve. And actually, I don't really call myself a magician. Traveling with Cyril in the past, I don't know how long, but basically I've seen him perform, and he is the real magician. He connects with people, and he is like, what a real magician is like. I call myself a technician. I take moves and I polish them, and I see how I can improve them. So I said, all right, let's get to work. So I started working on the CCC and then trying to figure out ways to make it better. And my main goal was 3 things. Number 1, making it as clean as possible and visual as possible. And the last 2 is obviously to solve the 2 problems that my mom and my girlfriend pointed out. So yeah, honestly, that's how it started. I was happy with the first phase. The first phase, I think in the version in the trailer. So the version in the trailer was filmed 3 years ago, and also that's why people would see the old coin, right? So don't be worried. The coin that you receive is the coin that that it's in the second part of the trailer, which is the one that we are producing. So so the first phase could happen in the spectator's hands, which gives the magician the opportunity to interact with the audience, have magic happen in the audience hands. But also in the full performance, which I sent recently, you could do it in your own hands. So that's great. Secondly, the second phase is my aim to show, without any unnecessary moves, just put the coin there and just pull it out, right? And it's what I wanted. I wanted like very simple, straightforward, hot knife through butter kind of come out. So that was the second phase, and I spent a long time trying to figure out how can I just remove the third coin. Right, because the first 2 phases is really clean. If the third phase still requires some sort of weird move, I think that defeats the whole purpose of me trying to do. So I thought long and hard, and then actually I thought, you know what? I've always loved kickbacks, especially with all the chink and the matrix routines that I do. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try and see if I can do something. So I created a kickback, but the original kickback was a fluke. Actually, I don't mind showing. Let me see if I can show you something. So don't worry. I think. Okay. So here it is. I'll just show that part of the routine. You can see. So from here, I show 1 coin, right? And I say, you know what? This is the original kickback. I say, I'll bring the coins back just. Then I can remove the coin just like so, and you can see it's truly on there. So this was the original one, and it's like a fluke because some stinky moves going on there. It's not truly on there, but the Asian in me was dying to find a way to make the last coin really be on there. So I took some time and finally made it. Finally found a way how to thread all 3 back and cleanly as well. And then Curtis Cam gave me very valuable feedback on how I should end the routine, because the original routine just ended there. He said, like, it should make sense, you should full back circle, because why is it just 1-2 coins and then it's just kickback? So I decided, you know what, let's try. So I did more research and I found out this move from Tomoya, which was actually Ponta's idea to remove all 3 coins at the end. So I thought, that's a fitting finale, and that's what I've been always doing since.
Now let's get into what is the tutorial like. How does it look when you watch this at home? Well, what you're seeing on screen right now is the quality when you watch this in your personal private place. Everything is crystal clear and easy to understand, and Avi goes over things several times. I wish I had recorded my reaction when I watched this tutorial, because I had watched it just before I did my interview with Avi, and honestly, my reaction, I remember going, I wish I'd recorded this, because watching some of the moves destroyed me. It was so good. Even now, I've just watched it back again on some of the reactions or some of the moves, and beautiful. Now, if that's enough of me flapping my gums and you're like, Bo, that's all I needed to know is how it looks, how to pronounce Avi or Avi, and I wanted to see that performance again. That's all I needed to know. Tell me how much it is and nothing else. Well, good news, my friend. You can pick it up right now in a link in the description below, or at your favorite magic shop for $59.95. Now, that sounds enticing enough, and you're going, Bo, well, obviously you need to be an advanced level magician to do it. Well, yeah, we do have an advanced warning on this, because people know Avi and they say, well, he does really technical moves. Now, I sat down with Avi and we discussed this. The moves in this are quite basic, the basic moves.
I honestly, and I think you've seen the trailer, the tutorial, I think you should know. Honestly, I would say only the last final move is a little bit knacky, but it's not impossible with a bit of practice. I'm sure you guys can get it, right? So the last move is knacky, but everything else is just basic palms. Yeah. Right? It's all about choreography and like you've talked about and you mentioned, when I reach out for a coin, you know what I'm talking about, yeah? So it's all about choreography, misdirection and stuff. And even that phase the second phase where it comes out, it's super simple. It's just you pulling the coin out, right? So I would say the reason why I got them to label advanced, it was specifically because of the last move, and maybe the secret setup. Set up by the secret move to thread the coins back, but I don't by any way see them impossible or what they call Avi level magic. I don't think so. I think it's very funny. I'll tell the funny story later, but I'll just keep myself on track. But I think it's just using normal palms, and I thought about this. I think for people out there who wants a very simple routine and strong hard hitting one, maybe this might not be for you. If you just want a simple routine, simple, easy to do. But I think if there are people out there who wants to challenge, right, themselves, and also learn how to make use of a combination of sleight of hand, choreography, and how to learn how to use GAFFs in your routine, I think this might be a very good case study, which is why I always urge people to view my releases as like case studies. So yeah, if you like to challenge yourself and know how you can combine sleight of hand with GAFFs and how you can use those two elements to create a better version of the original, then I think this might tickle your senses, especially because there is this brand new, never done before kickback. I think there's value in that. Yeah. And to add on that, I agree. Actually, most of the moves are just simple palms that most people already know, right? But what makes it advanced, as you mentioned, is practice, the misdirection, right, and knowing which part of the phase routine you are in. But I also think it's important, and this I think it's a good example, a good practice for people who wants to really pursue coin magic, that for this routine to work out, every single palm and point has to hit. You can't slip up. And I think that is the advanced thing. It's just a mix of simple palms, but it's all the small points has to hit for it to work. That's what makes it advanced. But don't be discouraged. I think that's my message to anyone out there. It's definitely achievable.
Yeah.
Very, very achievable, at least for the first 3 phases. Very achievable. It's just simple palms. So don't be discouraged.
Now, how does this compare to Troy's original CCC?
Firstly, I don't think it is like my specific routine in particular is better than any other variations out there. Sorry.
Are you right?
It's okay. So I always think that, every variation has its own credit and has its own, strength and weaknesses.
Yes.
I think, at least for my routine, like you said, the premise is the same with Troy's, right? But I would say the difference is obviously now I have a kicker phase, right? And the last I've checked with a lot of magicians, it seems to be never done before.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. That's why when I first saw it, I was like, what?
So I'm really happy with that. The coins, the phase where everything comes out, at the very end, that was Ponta's idea. So that's his. But I think I've contributed that kickback phase. So that obviously is different. So I start off with the first two phases, similar to Troy's concept, and obviously the end. But I have an extra additional kicker, which I think in real life performances that actually translates a lot. It's very powerful, that moment. So in terms of differences, I think Troy's routine. I know Troy's routines just uses normal coins. And I have a GAFF in there.
Now, if you pick up threaded, what do you get inside your box? Well, you get your 3 Shangwei coins and your Shangwei GAFF, and 2 ribbons, one in red and one in blue, plus also your online tutorial instructions. Now, the coins are also soft coins, which means if you drop them on other coins, it's not going to make that loud bang clash like normal coins do. Which leads on to the coins themselves. Are they good quality?
Let me first talk about the GAFs. So to put people, minds at ease. What you receive is 3 coins and a GAF, and everything down, not just with the GAF, but everything down to the coin was designed from the ground up. Like for example, the hole of the coin, the diameter, was made larger so that it would, facilitate the final phase. Makes it easier, because for the longest of time I've been doing it with a regular Chinese coin. It was tough, but I've practiced that and I can do it flawlessly now. So when I'm doing it with this coin, it was just easy. So which is just another testament to just practice. But yes, everything from the coins are designed from the ground up to facilitate your performance, to make it easier. The coins are soft coins, helps you perform well. Most magicians love soft coins because they make less talk during performance. And even with the GAF itself, I would say if you've handled any sort of coin GAF, you will know which GAF this is. And this GAF, in my opinion, really up to date. I've had so much coin GAFs, like some of them, like one coin would cost like 700 USDs. It's really expensive. But this GAF, I would say the quality is the same, or if not better, because we've worked really hard to push to make something like that, and I'm really happy with where it was. Funny story, when I first got the coins, the final prototype, I'm like, wait a second, where is it? Then I found it. I'm like, that, if you could fool me, this would be good enough for people. So yeah, the GAF wise, I think the quality is top notch, and because of the materials we use, it's not as soft as silver. So you won't too afraid to drop it. Of course, please don't drop it, right? That's a no-brainer. But if you treat it with care, it would literally outlive you. I mean, as all coins will. As to answer your question, whether there will be a version with no GAFs, currently no, I don't have a version with no GAFs. And the reason why I add GAFs is also I have this mindset, this thing that I follow, which is I started off coin magic with strictly no GAFs. I was like that Ponta guy, just all hardcore moves, things that would break your knuckles. But I've also realized that by restricting myself to no GAFs only, really restricts my magic. Not in terms of my technical skills, but in terms of the end result. And I kind of forgot that magic is not only for me, but mostly for the spectators. So sooner after that, I realized, actually like slipping in one or two gaffs and handling them right would allow you to take your tricks and turn them into miracles and make it as clean. And that was the whole idea for this CCC. And that's why I don't have a version where it only uses 3 normal coins. So this used 3 normal coins and a gaff, but my whole idea was making the whole routine as clean as possible. And that's only possible with the gaff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's one thing I wanted to say. Like, I really respect people who don't use gaffs, really, because it's tough, right? Especially for coin magic. But I would say don't restrict yourself to just sleight of hand, because there's so much more things that you can achieve with just a simple addition of a gaff. And don't forget that magic is for the spectators. And obviously, don't just go jump into the gaffs without practicing your skills. I think they both have to be well balanced, right? But when you have both well balanced, I think your magic will be like goes off the next level.
So in a nutshell, they put so much thought and effort into these coins to make them last, to make them work the way you want these to work. And can I just say, the gaff, in watching the tutorial so many times, I had no idea which one was the actual gaff. And even chatting to Avi, he had no idea either. That's how good the gaff is. Now, if this is all coming up, Barry, and you're thinking, is this good for me? Am I going to perform this? Well, if you're a walk around close-up magician, this is perfect for you. If you're a parlor magician, even better. Or if you're on stage with all thousands of people watching your beautiful face, perfect. You are going to need a camera though to catch those coins on the table, but it's gonna slay. Now you may be saying, hey Bo, I caught you there. On the video, I saw him using a table. I'm a stand-up magician. I stand up, I don't have any tables around me. Can I still perform this?
Because they don't want to be restricted with the table. And I would say that I'm happy that this project is finally released. It took 3 years for it. But I'm also sad that, because I want to share so much things with everyone, but it was filmed 3 years ago. So there are a lot of nuances and a lot of variations that I have that are not in there, which is unfortunate. But that's just that. But I have a version now without the table at all. And I could still do the kickback. And in fact, a lot of people say it's better. Like it's a lot more flashy. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but if they like it, they like it. So there is a version, and maybe soon in the future, in the near future, I would release a performance video. And I'm sure if you practice this routine, looking at a performance video, you would immediately know how to do it. So they won't have to work.
That is awesome. That's got me intrigued. And that's already got my brain racing because I've seen the tutorial. I'm like, how could he do this? So that's awesome. Okay, I'll keep my eyes peeled for that.
Now let's take a break from this breakdown for just a second for the mid-episode giveaway. But before we get into this week's giveaway, I do want to find out who won the last episode's bundle. So drum roll, please. Congratulations, my friend. You're the winner of last episode's bundle. So if you could email me just here, I'll get that prize out to you quicker. Then you can say, hey, Bo, I've liked the video, because I'll know it would help out the video way more than I could ever possibly imagine. So thank you so much, you absolute champion. Now onto this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Coin Magic bundle, all you need to do is comment below, would you use the red ribbon or the blue ribbon? The whole Morpheus thing here with the red and blue. Let me know red or blue in the comment section below. I'll choose someone out at random and you'll be announced in the next episode. So good luck. Also, if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Stumped, make sure you do. Card on screen right now. It's where I go over absolutely everything you need to know about this incredible piece of magic. Now back into the explanation. What do you learn on the tutorial? Well, you learn everything you need to know about performing this routine, all the subtleties, sleights, and the handlings, and everything is in depth. Now let's get into the examinability of these coins. Can you have them handed out and examined? Well, yes, the routine itself is done in the spectator's hands. While there is a GAFF coin, this is done in such a way that you can have the coins handed out and examined, and if you're worried about it, don't. It's that simple. This GAFF coin is so good and the handlings are that good, the coins can be inspected by the spectators and they won't notice a thing. Just make sure you practice. Promise me right now you will practice. Now let's get into the angles. Could you perform this surrounded? Well, that is a good question, my friend. About 180 degrees you're looking at if you want to perform this, because again, you're doing some slides, so you don't want your spectators to catch a glimpse of something you don't want them to see. So if you have spectators in those pesky areas, get them to move around in front of you and you will be A-okay. Okay, so let's wrap this up into a nice little package. Threaded is Avi's interpretation of the beloved coin magic routine, the Charming Chinese Challenge. This meticulously designed routine addresses the original's limitations, offering a clean and convincing moves with captivating audience participation. Prepare to be astonished by Threaded's unique kicker and climactic finale, which leaves audiences spellbound during Avi's mesmerizing live performance at the 2022 Las Vegas SAM Con Gala Show. Let Threaded be your trusted companion, unlocking the new realms of possibility and filling your life with the enchanting power of magic. With the blessing of Troy himself, they successfully filmed the project in Singapore back in 2021. Threaded also marks Avi's final project with Sky Member Presents before his departure. At that time, Avi didn't have a dedicated Chinese coin set linked to his work. In honor of Avi's significant contribution, Sky Member have embarked on a mission to develop the best Chinese coin set, not only for Threaded, but for any coin magic routine. Shang Wei stands as Sky Member's heartfelt tribute to Avi and his invaluable contributions. In your box, you'll receive 3 Shang Wei coins, 1 Shang Wei GAFF, and 2 pairs of ribbons, 1 in red and 1 in blue, plus a 30-minute online masterclass. These coins have been 2 years in research and designed to look and resemble an actual coin from ancient China. They are also made from pure copper. The coin not only has superior quality, but it also possesses the ideal weight for everyday coin magic and fidgeting. The coin is also precision crafted using the tri-face CNC process, involving the front and back edges to create an astonishing disc shining effect. The coin has also been treated as a soft coin, meaning that very little sound is produced when the coin rubs against each other and will produce a beautiful echo when you flick it. And with proper care, the coin set will endure years to come. It will literally outlast you. If you're looking for the best Chinese coin magic or coin set, this is it. So if you want to see more on Threaded by Avi, link in the description below right now, where you can pick it up for $59.95, and you need a skill level of an advanced magician to do it. Now, if you do have any more questions on Threaded, please throw them in the comment section below. Use the hashtag QuestionTime so I can find them amongst all the competition entries. I'd be happy to answer them. Now, my friend, I know you're super busy, so I'll see you tomorrow on What's New This Week, on Saturday for our Saturday Sorcery, or in our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia, games, hangouts, and even more. Now, take care. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.